Alrighty, what's happening, my people? Here we go. We're gonna kind of just jump right in today. I'm in a little bit of a rush. I took a shift. I'm covering someone's shift today, and I haven't actually ever. No, that's not true. I did that once before. Anyway, I'm doing that today. I'm not even supposed to be doing it. So, okay. What do I have for today? This is actually for yesterday, the day before. I have don't be afraid to customize things and change. I guess the reason I was thinking about that was because, so that book, The Miracle Morning, that I read kind of a while ago now, and I've been using, implementing some of those things. So SAVERS is I'm not going to dive too deep into the whole SAVERS thing, but it's an acronym that provides you a cool morning routine. So this idea of SAVERS, and I guess I had gotten so, I kind of stuck a little bit in doing the same habits over and over. I would do the same order of things the same way every day, and it kind of just got old. I just kind of got tired of doing this thing, then this thing, then this thing, and then the next morning doing those same things in that same order again and again and again. And it kind of got old, and I started to, I kind of lost interest in it, and I'm still kind of trying to figure that out and how to fix that. But what I did realize was that I could mix those things around. I don't necessarily have to do yoga before breakfast. I don't necessarily have to do meditation before this or before that. I can kind of move things around and customize things to whatever I want. It's totally up to me, and it doesn't even matter. I can change literally any part of it. I could stop all of it. I could keep doing all of it. I could change everything, and I have that power. But sometimes I think that people, and myself included, obviously, forget that, and we think that we have to stick to this same thing we've been doing because maybe it has worked in the past, and you're still holding on to that a little bit. But I guess the main takeaway though is don't be afraid to mix things up and change them, and change the way you do things, because if it's going to be a healthy thing, if whatever you're doing is healthy anyway, I don't know if it really necessarily matters what order you do those things in. So if you feel yourself kind of getting stuck or sick and tired of doing the same thing over and over, maybe just changing the way you do them or changing the order that you do them, those things will help. So anyway, I've been kind of changing things up a little bit. Now I start to journal in the morning, immediately. Not immediately, after my shower and stuff. But I used to do yoga, meditate, affirmations, all that stuff, and then I would potentially journal. But now I'm kind of just enjoying sitting down and calmly journaling for a second and then diving into other things later. So I've been kind of doing that lately. Anyway, that's all. Make it your own. Wow, my handwriting is terrible. I also just want to talk about I just have stereotypes of college. So I think that I've potentially talked about this in the past, but when I first went into college, I had all of these grandiose ideas of what college was supposed to be like, from watching shows like Blue Mountain State, which is ridiculous, American Pie, and just the kind of the classic college movies and shows. All those things kind of cemented their ideas of college into my own brain, and I kind of thought that that's what college was supposed to be like. From talking to friends and being with people in CSU, and I guess just interacting with human beings, it had taught me how to think about college. And so when I showed up to school, my freshman year, I followed through with those ideas, and I pursued what I thought college was supposed to be. And what that was partying and doing a bunch of dumb things. That was just my idea of what college was supposed to be like, and so I made that happen. And I think that I probably enjoyed bits and pieces of it, but deep down I knew for sure that wasn't really what I was meant to do, and I didn't really truly enjoy that. I was fat, I was overweight, I was not thinking very clearly ever. I was just very unhealthy, and I was not doing anything particularly productive ever. I was procrastinating. There was a whole list of things that I was doing that were not healthy. And I think that I didn't fully realize what I was doing until I, stopped and made a few changes. So anyway, I guess just the idea of college is, I think partying's fine here and there. I think having a few beers occasionally is fine. I don't think like you have to be zero alcohol all the time, no matter what. I think that it's fine to take a load off and kick your feet up and drink a beer or whatever. But I think that if your goal in college is to party, that's a problem. That's an expensive party, So anyway, that's that. I also wrote this thing on my phone earlier that I'm trying to remember what I was talking about. It was during a ceremony thing, or some sort of like graduation party thingy. I don't know. Anyway, I was in like 6th or 7th grade, probably 6th grade, and then 2 grades above me there was this guy. I guess I'm going. Wow. There was this guy above me who was a couple years older, and he had given a gift to our musical instructor. His name was Mr. Welch, and so he gave him a bottle of Welch's grape juice or whatever, as a present, as kind of like a little gag gift or whatever. So he was giving him his presents, and I just remember thinking so distinctly, I guess, and powerfully, that I had looked up to this guy so much. And I was like, oh, this guy's got everything figured out. He's doing so well. He just knows everything in the world. Keep in mind, he's in 8th grade. I'm in 6th grade. And I was just looking at this guy. I mean, just as kids do, we look up to our older people, our older peers, and we idolize them in a lot of ways. But I was just thinking about that, and how my perception of him was that he was like this god. He was perfect, and he had all these things figured out, and he was just dead set and clear-minded and mission-oriented, and he just had all these things figured out in life. And I've kind of come to realize that that's not really true for anybody, I don't think. I think that there's probably some people. I'm gonna go ahead and say there's no one that really knows what they're doing. I think that we all kind of just pick and choose what we may or may not enjoy to do, and then we just kind of do those things. I think that it's not true that anybody really knows what's going on. I think that we have that perception. Again, it's kind of this whole idea of perceptions. Is we have the idea that we know what we're doing. We have the idea that, yeah, I'm an engineer. Or, yeah, I'm a scientist. That's what I'm meant to do in life. And that's cool. That's totally fine. But I think that there's more to it than that. I think that there's something more to human beings besides just, I was here to study this, I'm here to do that. And again, nothing wrong with that. I think that there's just more to it. And so I guess my perception of the older kid was that he had figured everything out. But I just don't think that's true for anybody. I think that we just know what we do and don't like to do, and then we do or don't pursue those things. I think that life is just kind of this crazy, mysterious, weird thing that we're all trying to figure out. Some of us, I don't know, do that in different ways. But yeah, I think that there's some interesting stuff there. Yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. I guess that's it. So, yeah. Let me make sure. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna rappel off of the crystal wall tomorrow, which is about 200 feet, and it's gonna be probably one of the scariest things that I have attempted to do. But I'm gonna try. Oh, I'm gonna do it. Well, we'll make sure it's safe. I don't want to just do it if it's dangerous. But as long as all goes well and things are safe, we're doing this thing. So that's happening tomorrow. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Okay. I guess that's it for today. See you tomorrow. Roger out.